Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Friday morning trading session. Looks like the NASDAQ off to a brisk start. Had a flood of orders hit the market right on the opening bell. We saw it tick down rather briskly. You can see the after hours trading here. This was yesterday's session, of course. The market rallied up, went a little bit sideways, rallied up a little bit in the overnight, only to fall down and recover to where pretty much it left off on Thursday's trading. So no significant opening gap for us to deal with this morning. Looks like the first eagle signal printed right on the open, and it has since found its profit objective, I do believe. Yep, there we are. So you could be done your trading already with only a minute into the day. Not much going on now, though. I wonder if we're going to see another sideways sort of day going into the weekend. With the Raptor also producing our cloud crossover signal right there off of the open. We've drifted down now to the secondary support zone, hit it right on the number, and it looks like we're going to get a little bit of a reaction. I have a feeling we're going to be on hold here for a few minutes. We're producing a lot of signals here on the Hawk, a lot of warning dots on the Falcon. The market may get lower from here, but typically we don't want to see all that many signals producing one after the other. Usually we like to see a signal print, and then there's a little bit of follow through, followed by another signal, and so on. And we're moving a little bit fast as well. I wanted to get on board with this macro pullback signal, but it's kind of running away on me. You could have a 4-arrow consolidation, this little bit of a sideways pattern that we have going on. 1, 2, 3, there's the 4th arrow. The market does tend to move off of that 4th signal. Do I want to start my day this way? The way I'm looking at this is more like a little bit of a sideways range. We could do an OCO on it. I'm going to cancel my profit-taking order and see if I can't catch a little bit of a runner here. It's first trade of the day. Sometimes they tend to have a little bit more momentum to them. What time is it? Ooh, I'm in really early. It's only 6:36. Okay, not really happy with this little double hit we're seeing right here. There we go. Get going. Yeah, maybe Andres. Says seems this flat session may go on for all of Friday. It's still early. Friday is the kind of day where traders tend to get busy early. They want to get their weekend started. So they get in there, they get their orders placed, so then they can do their paperwork and go home. Or off to their yacht or the Hamptons or wherever it is they're going. Darn it. Well, it could have been a better move, but a small profit on that one. Let's see, where did I get stopped? Oh yes, very small profit on that. Just 3 ticks. Wow. Yeah, I didn't bother to count them, but Russell says there's 12 signals on the Hawk scalper there in the last 7 minutes. So that's quite a few. Getting a little bit of a bullish flare now. We're going to get a green bar sell, which is buyable. We do have a number 2 soft edge buy signal here on the Raptor with the opportunity for a second push. Now, because this is a counter trend signal, I would never recommend taking these in your full risk amount. I find that counter trend signals, it's always best to risk less, even though it is what we would consider a high probability counter trend signal. The target for the signal, the hard edge. So we're looking for the market to trade back here to around 5,700. And look looks like we might get filled. The good thing about counter trend trades, of course, is you always know where you need to cover the position. You need to cover it above or below the prior swing. That's the point you're going to know. Yep, I was wrong about this trade. So I'll get out at that point. But this is potentially promising. For the more ambitious, you could even try to trade it back up here to the primary support line. That would be a pretty solid move. All right, here we go. So what we're looking at now is a slightly better retest of the extreme right here. You might also interpret this as a hard edge bounce, and I would not quibble with you over that. I'm already long, so I'll stay with this trade. All right, so you can see we printed a subsequent number 2 signal. That's the soft edge buy signal. All right, we'll go with the super trend. Mix things up a little bit here. Oh, maybe I don't want it to roll just yet. I thought we would get at least a couple of bullish bars out of this. Oh yeah. So the market trying to shake out the buyers, which is exactly what they did to me there. Let's see, are we going to get, obviously we had the hard edge bounce signal right there. Oh, we've got a first micro macro cross lower and a possible trend change signal building here on the Falcon. So we do have other opportunities to try to get into this trade, into this market. The first micro macro cross also giving you the opportunity for a second push on the signal. It probably looks something like this. and they're now pulling away from that. All right, so we'll close this up. We'll see whether we get another counter trend signal here. This false breakout, there we go. There's our counter trend. I'm just going to hop in with a buy. I'm going to try to run this one out to try to offset those earlier losses. So this was unfortunate here. It just drifted low enough to tag my stop before committing to a more bullish response. Well, they're struggling yet again. It's all this resistance up here where they got knocked down in a big way. We saw that rather quick decline. No doubt there will be some sellers that try to do it again. But I also think if we can see the market trade above that high, we're going to start trapping a few traders out of their positions. Yeah, Andres, I understand. Andres says sometimes it's psychologically difficult to re-enter after a few losses. And it is, but you have to try to develop, I suppose, a mechanical mindset. Because really, we're trading against computers. We're trading against trading algorithms, and they will buy and sell as many times as it takes to execute their programs. Aye. So you can see all the resistance here. A lot of volume going through on these bars. There's some pretty heavy trading going on around this whole 5690, 5692 area. That'll be a number you want to make a note of. It'll be an important value. Oh, here we go again. They're going to try to shake it out one more time. I'm going to keep my stops below that swing low. Come on. Get on the other side of 56.92 and we should be all right. Yeah, I know Andre says it would be great to get rid of the emotions, and it's not easy to do. No, it's not. If you find yourself in a panic state, stop trading. Just stop trading for the day, not permanently. Because you'll probably end up doing something that you will regret. Okay, I'm trying very hard to be patient with this trade. Okay, I will force the trade to break even now. And, oh, that's going to be a little cozy. Let's back off the super trend a little bit. That'll do. And I may just hold my stop there for the moment. Now, depending how much you want to try to run this trade out, you could be looking at taking profit, like I said, up here at the primary support line. We're probably going to have to ride out at least one more swing before we get there. And what do we have in open profit? Oh, just shy of $200 off the high. Okay, I'm going to set my profit target at 57.06. Which I'm fairly confident we should see the market try to recover to. Well done, Aspen. I know it sounds strange to say well done on 2 losses, but as Aspen says, 2 losses but small ones, down 205. It's all about controlling risk. It's all about not doing something stupid. And you're going to incur losing trades. You're not stupid when you incur a losing trade, but you are bordering on stupid when you start doubling down on positions, when you constantly reverse positions. You know, there's a reason the market came down so quickly here, and that was to entice traders to enter on the breakout. Right? All buying disappeared, and boom, just bar, down she came in, like 20 seconds. You don't think there were traders all over reaching for their sell buttons? How long do you think it's going to take the traders who sold down here to figure out they're on the wrong side of the trade? Well, a lot of them ditched when we got above 56.92. That's why I really, really wanted to see the market get above there. You're going to find yourself on the wrong side of a trade from time to time. It's just the nature of the business. As Ed Sequoia so famously said, if you want to avoid losing trades, stop trading. And that nugget of wisdom from one of the best traders in the world. All right, I'm going to have to go with something a little bit more aggressive here. Maybe the bar high-low. Yeah, that'll do. Time to lock in some of these profits. I don't want to ride out too deep a swing. I may as well bank what I have if they're going to turn around on me. Oh, I thought we'd do a little better than 57.02. I guess not. I was just looking to see where super trend would have stopped me out, and I would have got tagged at break even. On my super trend trade. Okay, now we're coming back. The seller's a little bit more serious this time. Looking now for a cloud crossover signal. We had an early cloud crossover signal right here on the Raptor. Yep, that would have coincided with our first micro macro cross, as well as our green bar sell. Look for the buyers to try to recover the market here. Or not. I love the analogy, Aspen. Aspen says, I think of trades as my customers. Sometimes there are none, sometimes there are good ones, and sometimes there are bad ones. All right, so we got a tug of war going on now. Sellers, very active out of the open. Buyers came and pushed the market back. Sellers trying to push the market back again, and the buyers are starting to recover the market and off of our support area, and they're going to try to push the market up one more time. So it's a real battle for control right now, trying to figure out who has control of the marketplace. I'm going to give the nod to the sellers. So I would look to short a failure. In other words, as the market tries to rally here, I'm going to be on the lookout for a selling opportunity. Stops, unfortunately, need to go above the high, as this may turn out to be a rather large test of the extreme. Good morning, Francisco. Francisco asked, what version of Ninja are you using? I am using Ninja 7. Everybody always asks, have you upgraded to 8 yet? No. Why not? Well, it really doesn't make any difference as far as DTS and Raptor are concerned. Oh, Francisco says, what build? Hold on. NinjaTrader 7.0.1000.31. I guess that's the latest version 7. I don't know. As I've mentioned in the past, oh, 3.4 is the latest. Okay, thanks, Mark. Dan's asking, does DTS work on Ninja 8? Yes, but occasionally I still hear of some conflicts with the trade manager and Ninja 8. There is the odd bug that seems to crop up, but the person to ask is Adam, because that question is right in his wheelhouse. and I'll send everybody Adam's email address. If you're interested in that, please don't be shy about asking him. He loves to get emails from you. Honestly, he does. I'm not saying that facetiously. He does love to hear from DTS customers. Okay, so I'm going to treat this signal here as my early cloud crossover, or you can treat it as a number 2 signal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw my stop in above this swing high because that's the more important one. I'm going to try to run it out to the short side. And hopefully I did not outwit myself. Oh, getting a cloud crossover to the upside now. Oh, Eric, you're too smart for your own good sometimes. Yes, I do not upgrade software frequently. And it's not that I don't appreciate the new bells and whistles and stuff, but I'm firmly grounded in the if it works, don't fix it school of thought. If there's one thing about software that I've learned, it's easy to get software conflicts into your system just because you've upgraded. And a little secret on the programming side of things is programmers don't test as vigorously as they used to. They like to let you do their testing, which is why they release beta versions, so that you can find all the bugs for them. They can concentrate on doing something else. Yeah, I get it. Andre says, you should be the IT department director at my work. They do everything upside down. If it works, they try to improve it. I was at a forum, I guess about a month or so ago, and somebody wrote a post about Gmail and how the Gmail programmers were designing Gmail to be more like Pinterest, more pictures, more panels. And personally, I'm too old for panels and tiles. I realize, it's been around since Windows 8. I don't like it. I'm definitely a start button kind of guy, but that's how I was introduced to computers, right? So old habits die hard. But this person's post was getting all kinds of raves about, great news, designers will be able to do more with Gmail and make it more attractive and stuff. And of course, these people were all web designers. So for them, it was another shiny new toy. Well, I couldn't help but say, why can't the Google designers do something useful instead of fixing something that isn't broken? I hate relearning how to use software I already know how to use. All right, so we're watching the struggle unfold here as the buyers and sellers try to sort themselves out. This is going to be a pretty important set of bars that we see unfolding here. We're going to see either the support yield or the buyers are going to come back and smack me on the side of the head again. All right, they're trying to poke through the lows. Come on. If we get through the lows, there we go. Things are looking up a little bit. I might even extend my break-even trigger. Bring it down here somewhere. Come on. See, I got wise to them. They were going to try to tag me at break even again, stinkers. Not really happy about this bounce. I thought it would be a little less exuberant. There we go. Now we're talking. Okay, so I'm going to take the trade to break even now. And we're getting our crossover sell signal forming. That's the #1 signal now to the short side. Oh, get away from there. Oh, you. All right, well, here we go. Let's try it again. Actually, well, I got filled where I did, but a better entry would be below this low. I would give up a couple of ticks. All right, let's try to run this one out again. Let's see, where did I get tagged on that one? Yeah, just a break even. Oh, here I don't want my stops quite this tight. So we're selling a bunch here around this 56.90 area. We sold 56.92. We're selling 56.88. So as I mentioned, 56.90 going to be a pretty important number for us, probably through certainly through the remainder of the session, and probably even into next week. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once here. How did the buyers get so strong? Well, that was uncalled for. Um, I got to it a little bit late. Obviously, I wanted to roll my stop up a little bit higher. That's all right. We'll get it back. See, it looks as though we're putting in a bit of a bottom. We might reverse higher. We're getting a chance here. You can buy the green bar sell. You can buy the failure of that. That is a counter trend signal. And of course, if the market trades through the lows, then we have something resembling like an itty-bitty double top right here, a double pullback, however you want to see it. Okay, so we've got a number 3 signal here. That's the hard edge bounce. So things still looking a little bit bearish. I will enter it, but not until we take out the low. So I've offered up a couple of ticks here. Oh, and they slipped me a tick as well. All right, let's see if I can't get a little bit more action on this one. David asks about back testing. Does Indicator Warehouse provide us with the capacity to back test our favorite indicators? For example, I would love to back test the 1, 2, and 3 entry indicators that come with the Raptor suite. Yes, David, as a matter of fact, what you're going to be interested in is the Profit Finder. And what we did one day when the market was just terribly sideways and quiet is we actually used the Profit Finder to backtest the signals. Now, bear with me here. I will get you details on the Profit Finder. Stop it. Ta-da! There's the Profit Finder. And it's specifically designed to backtest your signals. And I will put this in the window in case anybody is interested. You can get all the details about Profit Finder there. If we hit another slow day, like painfully slow day, we can take a look at the Profit Finder. Yeah, way to go, Aspen. Aspen says I got in on that number 3 signal. They're pushing hard. They need some follow through here. We're back at the lows. This is the second time we've run down hard to the lows. If the sellers are serious, they've got to do something with this. If they come back with another little bullish rally here, well, then you can pretty much count the sellers right out of it. And speaking of which, I should probably protect more profit here. There we go. Because if we get tapped here, what that would tell us is there's no interest in sending the market lower. So if the market's not going down, there's a pretty good chance it's going to try to go up. So this low here, 56.76, very important. Muy importante. Get away from there. Come on. Huh. All right. Well, what can I say? The buyers are starting to look like they're serious about rallying this market up. We'll see if we get a number 2 signal here, and that would be our soft edge buy. Overall, we're kind of in a sideways range as well. Well, here they come. Are they going to make a good push, or are they going to fail? I guess I better delete that order. Don't want too many open orders hanging around on my screen. Okay, we're drifting back to the secondary Support zone. Well, they are getting, I was going to say, they are getting a little bit more bearish, but maybe not. Paul says there seems to be a force in the market that sees me coming. Yeah, I can relate to that. Some days I don't feel like they just see me coming. Some days I feel like they sent for me. We want to be cautious on our counter trend signals. The trend is down today, but we are about an hour into the session. And it's typically at this time, if the market is going to reverse, that we're going to see a reversal around 10:30. Ooh, that's some serious trading, Aspen. Aspen says, okay, out on 2 contracts, net $415 to the good, recovered the loss. Nicely done. Well done. Well, I wonder if this was like a selling test here. And we might get a rally now out of this. You know, the sellers came down. Momentum in general is starting to dry up a little bit, though, no question. Vic, have you been having trouble getting into the trading room? I'm assuming that's what you're referring to. Vic says, I can't believe I got in. I must now be high tech. David's asking about the Profit Finder. David says if it's not too difficult, can you refer me to the day that we did that? I'm sorry, David, I don't remember what day it was, but it was during that period where the NASDAQ in particular was just terribly sideways for like 2 weeks. And the results that we got out of that time were not all that impressive. I think we tweaked it to be I don't know, I don't remember what it was, like 500 or maybe $1,000 to the good. I'm not even sure it got that high. About 500 sounds right. But yes, watch the video. And like I said, if we hit another dull spot, I can certainly demonstrate the profit finder for everyone. It's a very helpful tool, no question. I don't use it nearly as often as I should. Vic says it's only taken me 2 weeks. I'm relieved, as will Adam and Ben be. Well, Vic, welcome. I'm glad you finally made it. And feel free to ask any questions or request markets. I tend to concentrate a lot on the NASDAQ. That's kind of my favorite. I've also got crude oil and the euro dollar open on my other monitor. But I'm happy to look at other markets if I can get them in my data feed. Okay, here we're about to produce a number 2 counter trend signal. So here's an opportunity to get long. So we've got, remember, 2 things you need to have before you get your counter trend signal. Number 1, a trend. You cannot have a counter trend if you don't have a trend first. Number 2, you need to have a test of the extreme. In this case, the extreme is the low. We are testing the low. It looks as though the market is failing to maintain the downtrend. Therefore, we can reasonably assume that a rally might ensue. And that's what we're looking for. Stops go below the swing low. And not just 1 tick below the swing low. I usually recommend you give yourself at least a little bit of elbow room. Okay, they don't know it yet, but they're going to try to go higher. Get the mouse out of the way so the market can go up. Okay, we'll see what the buyers got now. Here they come. So we've essentially got a little bit of a double bottom. It's a deeper retest. If we print another buy signal here, the Raptor is going to print another number 2 counter trend signal. That would be the soft edge buy. Target is the hard edge of the trading band. You could extend your target here to the secondary resistance line, which seems like a probable target. Okay, so we're getting the warning, another soft edge buy forming. And once this bar completes, we should get another number 2 signal printing. Well, if the buyers don't show up soon, then this one isn't going to go anywhere either. I could have adjusted my entry to get the earlier entry. A little bit late on that one, but let's see. You know what? For the sake of a couple of ticks, I'll leave it where it is because I'm intending to run my profit target up here once the order goes live. If the order goes live. There we go. All right, so I'll roll my profit target up here. Oh my gosh, everybody's going to sleep here. What's going on? I might extend my break even a little bit as well. The market has been tagging me at break even quite a bit. My break even stop may be a touch cozy. Did everybody go home already? What's going on here? We've lost all our momentum. Jake says I'm sweating bullets here. Are you long right now, Jake? I think you'll be all right. Oh yeah, Jake's long. David asks, what's your favorite source for learning the differences in tick values between the futures contracts? I know I eventually need to memorize these, but is there a future straightener I do to find that in the heat of trading? I mix them up a little bit. Okay. Kind of like a primer, huh? Not one that comes immediately to mind. Most markets are $10 a tick. When in doubt, you can assume $10 a tick. The NASDAQ and the mini Dow trade at $5 a tick. So those are the exceptions to the $10 a tick rule. The other popular ones that trade differently would be the 30-year bond, which trades at $31.25 a tick. And then, of course, the E-mini futures, which trade at $12.50 a tick. I think if you get a handle on those, you'll be all right. But to answer your question, David, probably the easiest thing is just to go to the source, go to the CME webpage. It's not that user-friendly for what you're interested in finding out, but you could make your own little Excel spreadsheet. That's probably the simplest, because tick sizes don't vary or don't change. So once you've documented the information, it's yours as a reference. John says, hi, Eric. Hi, John. The Raptor signal, along with the ultimate support and resistance suite, worked very well this morning. Hard to believe. Why? Why is that hard to believe? They're supposed to work that way. We're getting a nice little bounce off of the support line right now, along with our number 2 signal. Had you taken the signal here on the hash mark, I do believe we are at profit already. I'm trying to get cute again and stretch this trade out a little bit. Market a little bit reluctant, but I think we're going to see them try to put in a little bit of a rally. If I can get one more bar to finish bullish here, I'll probably end up bringing my break-even trigger back down. Not getting the bullish participation I was hoping for. But the day is getting a little bit long, and so I think they might be winding down a little bit. Come on, get up there. There we go. That's more better. All right, I'll take the trade to break even at this point. And hopefully they're not going to flinch too much. Oh dear. Who told them I just rolled my trade to break even? Can you see why we use the hard edge as our profit objective for our trades? Doggone it. Come on, get up there. Yeah, no love out of the market this morning. Well, I shouldn't say that. We've had a few profitable trades here, but I guess I should have just left my profit order in play. Back into the hard edge, we can probably anticipate some sort of reaction. For the next attempt, maybe to move the market up. Oops. And we're back into yellow bars. So everything kind of going sideways on us now. In fact, we're coming back with a hard edge sell signal on the Raptor. Let's see if we can get a second push on that one. Now, the second push simply means that we allow the signal to engage and then retreat a little bit from the signal, just to show us where the current limit is. You see how it's pulling back? All right, so let's see whether or not they're going to head lower now. And come back down here and possibly retest these lows. So it's almost looking as though this last little segment here turned into a bit of a bear flag. We're producing a hard edge sell signal. I got short right at the low. Ideally, you want to enter just below the low of this bar. And this time I will take profit on target. Time for me to learn my lesson. Stop getting too cute with the profits. This one could actually have a little bit of room to move. Okay, well, we're almost at the break even again. There we go. Hit the break even, and hooray, hit our profit target. Well, that's a nice way to finish the day, and we're getting a little bit of follow through on the trade now. Oh, sorry, spoke too soon. It looks like it's going to be that kind of day. You know, just when you think they're going to break out and go somewhere, they don't. Trading getting a little bit light, but of course that's how it is. On a Friday. All right, gang, we're going to close up shop here for the week. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. I will see you again on Monday. We'll talk to you then. Bye for now.